Hello, hello, my magical friends. This is Witchful Ways with another podcast episode. Thank you so much for subscribing and for listening to my episodes. I really and truly appreciate it. So today I want to talk about bottlenecking universal energy flow. You blocking yourself from manifesting what it is that you desire and how you can stop doing that. Okay. So when you are manifesting for yourself, you are putting out into universal energy flow, right? Whether you're spell casting or you're using visualization or a vision board or however it is that you manifest for yourself. Because we're all manifesting our reality all the time, right? So you decide that, oh, you know what? I want a house. I'm tired of renting and I want a house. That's what I'm going to manifest for myself. A house. And this house I want a house on the lake. I want a house on the lake so that I can have a boat and stuff with it, and go fishing or whatever. So I want a house on the lake, and I really like the brick look. So I want a house on the lake with the brick front to it. And I want I want, like I said, a boat and, some other stuff. So I need to have a garage. So I need at least like a 2.5 car garage. So I want a house on the lake with a brick front and at least a 2.5 car garage. And it's got to fit my family, obviously. So I've got, 3 kids. So it's got to be 3-bedroom. So I need a house on the lake that's got a brick front, at least 3 bedrooms, and a 2.5 car garage. That's what I'm going to manifest. And you get to it. And you put your effort into your manifestation. What have you done? Right? You're going to manifest it for yourself because you put it out there and you put it out into universal flow that you want it and desire it. So you're going to bring it into yourself. But you've become so specific in your desires that it's bottlenecked the way that the universe can deliver your desire to you. Because when we think about manifesting something for ourselves, it's not just one role, right? It's kind of a ripple effect. So something has to happen in order for something else to happen, for maybe a third thing to happen, so that whatever that it is that you want to achieve or receive is opened to you as an opportunity. Right? So, for example, you want a perfect, this position in work is perfect for you. It's got perfect hours, everything's perfect about it. To you, that is the perfect position. Well, somebody else has to leave that position for it to become available to you, which means in that other person's life, something has to have fallen into place to allow them to leave. Which means, so you can see the ripple effect, right? So it's not just, I want something and boom, it comes because universe says, oh, Annika wants that, so now it's delivered. That's not how it works, right? Everything has to fall into place. And that's why sometimes it takes longer for some things than others to be achieved or received through manifestation or through manifesting our desires. And one of the ways that we block ourselves from doing that is by worrying about the how and being so detailed. Those are the 2 things that block us from fast, rapid, however you want to call it, manifesting. Right? We get so detailed. Let's go back to the house. We want the house on the lake with a brick front, 3-bedroom, 2.5 car garage, right? Like that's what we want. That's what we're looking for. That's what we know we are going to get into. That's what we're manifesting for ourselves. Now, universe is looking around going, well, dang, I don't have any of those houses right now. So I guess I'll just keep an eye out. I'll put it on the list of what this person wants. And when it comes around, then we'll figure out how we can get it into their line of opportunity. So it's not that universe isn't going to bring it to you. It's not that you can't manifest something that's detailed. It's just going to take so much longer. And it's not going to manifest in the way that is the easiest or the fastest for you because you've bottlenecked the way that the universe can flow the energy to you. Magic and manifestation takes the path of least resistance. Energy just flows just like water, right? So if you put an obstacle there, it's got to flow around it. It's going to find a different path. It's going to get to where it needs to go or where it's headed. But how difficult does it have to be? It could take days for something that's going down an 8-lane highway as compared to years for something that's, flowing through a forest with rocks and, everything else in its way, right? It's got to create a different path to be able to get where it knows it needs to be headed. But you put all these other things in the way. So being very detailed makes that happen. So I'm not saying, well, just leave it open to completely, well, I want a house. Right? Because then that leaves it and just leave it up to universe. Then that leaves it so wide open that you're going to get the opportunity to have a house, but it's not going to be what's best for you. It's going to be what's available on the opportunity path that you're on, right? On the energy path that you're on. That's what's going to become available to you. And because you want a house, universe has delivered a house, you're thinking that, oh, universe has delivered this to me. This must be the perfect house. Or you settle. You go, this isn't really what I was looking for, but I suppose it's good enough for now. You don't have to manifest for good enough. You can manifest for perfect for you. You can manifest for amazing for you. You just have to find that fine-tuned place in between having this wide net out there and bottlenecking. Right? So if you leave it open, let's go stay with the house thing. If you leave it open to go, you know what? I'm tired of renting and I really would love to own a home. But I really love the lake stuff. Like I love fishing and I already have a boat or whatever, right? So I want to make sure that it's close to water, if not right on it. Like I want to be ease of fishing. It's got to fit my family. And it's got to have a garage. I'm going to leave it at that. A house that fits my family, that's close to water, that has a garage. Okay? So you're bringing it in from, I want a house, but you're not quite at, I want a house on the lake that's brick, that has a 2.5 car garage and 3 bedrooms, right? Universe is going to go, you know what? This is a great house that fits their lifestyle, that is exactly what that person and that family needs right at this moment. Let's present the opportunity. And all of a sudden, it stumbles across you're right, or you stumble across the home or whatever. And maybe you had envisioned the brick house. You really liked brick, but this one's stucco. Maybe, I don't know, or aluminum sided. It's got a different exterior than what you were thinking. And maybe you go in and you know what? This one is right on the lake and bomb diggity, right? It's right on the lake. It's got a huge garage, but you go in and it only has 2 bedrooms. But you know what? The basement is finished and it's only going to take like barely anything for you to create 2 more bedrooms down there if you wanted to. So do you see how universe just delivered the perfect house for you? But because you didn't have such detail, it was able to bring you opportunities that allow you to see and receive and achieve what it is that you desire in different ways. Hopefully that makes sense. So you have to find that fine line, that fine space in between having too big or too general of an asking as compared to having it so detailed, right? You don't like 8-lane highway. You want it open. You want it free. You want universe to be able to use the path of least resistance to bring to you what it is that you want to achieve or receive. You don't want to bring it all the way down to a traffic jam 1 lane, right? Because then universal flow is flowing at an 8-lane highway, and all of a sudden you've bottlenecked it down to 1 lane. You've stopped the flow. You've stopped the abundance. The other way that a lot of people, maybe not you specifically, but a lot of people stop the flow of manifestation, flow of abundance to themselves is worrying about the how. Worrying about the how. We don't need to worry about the how. We just have to know that we are going to achieve or receive it, and that universe is going to present it to us in the best way possible for us. That's it. It's so hard to learn to do. I'm not going to lie to you, right? Because when we want something the way that we want it. And our human minds, our human brains are linear thinking, right? We go, okay, this step needs to be done for this step to happen, for this step to happen, for this step to happen. And universe, everything's happening all at the same time. Like there's so many different parts moving at one time, making magic, making things happen for us that we couldn't even with our human minds possibly conceive of how it works. But when you put your thought process into believing that it does work that way, you know what? I don't know. If you're sitting back and you're going, you know what? I don't know how it all works. I don't know if I'm doing this manifesting thing right, but I'm just going to leave it up to universe. Put it out there. I'm going to see what happens. I invite you to put it out there, forget about the how, and just see how it happens. Manifest $10 for yourself. Manifest $10 for yourself. You'll be amazed if you say, universe, I want to receive $10. I'm going to receive $10. I'm going to let you bring $10 to me and just leave it at that. Don't worry about the how. Don't worry about the when. Don't worry about anything. $10 and leave it. When you stop worrying about the how, universe has so many different ways to bring you $10 and more, right? You don't have to stop at $10. You can manifest whatever. But I'm just saying, if you want to have visual reference, right? And you go, you know what? I want a quarter. Change is always, something that we recognize as being able to manifest pretty easily for ourselves. But if you go, okay, $10, $5, whatever it is, check out the manifesting, leaving out the how, because that, again, leaves universe available to go, okay, you know what? This is how we're going to deliver it. This is how it's going to happen. And it's going to seem unbelievable to that person when they receive it. But that's how universe works. Because the same thing, if we start worrying about the how, then we start focusing on usually the wrong part of what we want to manifest for ourselves. We start adding more problems to ourselves. We start having to work harder for the stuff that we want that comes to us with flow and ease if we allow it to, because we stop worrying about the how. That doesn't mean stop doing the mundane action that you need to support your magical manifestation. So again, I always use this reference. If you're looking for a job that makes 6 figures, right? You're like, I want to make a 6-figure income through work, but then you neglect to put out a resume or file applications or make any steps on opening your own business if that's what you're looking for, right? If you don't do any of the action, universe is going to take forever to deliver that to you because you're not doing anything. You're not on any path of movement for it to intersect and apply the opportunity to you. You have to at least do your mundane action for your magical support. But then you have to forget about the how it's going to happen and just know that it is. And then pretty soon you're going to go, you know what? This is happening. I don't know how, but it happened. It's because you stopped worrying about the how. which took your focus away from the aspect of the manifestation that you didn't want. Crazy as it sounds, that's the secrets. Okay, so hopefully that will help you in moving forward in your manifesting for your own personal desires. And it was just a conversation that happened to come up with myself and somebody else over this past weekend. And I thought, wow, what a great thing to chat about. So if you have any comments or you have any tips or secrets about it, please make sure that you join me in the Facebook Witches Living a Magical Life Facebook group. I would love to interact and chat with you in there all about it. Otherwise, have a wonderfully magical rest of your day.